Hey, this is Speak Easy. I'm Frank.
I'm Kari.
Yes, we're back at you all again with another rendition of Speak Easy. And this week, we're going to start off our conversation regarding the Final Four of the NCAA tournament. And not really the Final Four, but really the championship round, because we had a wager that we had bet. And see, this dude, he wants to smile about the wagers. Now, I did pick Auburn. Auburn lost. They lost in the Final Four, so that didn't help me out at all. And Randy had
Randy had Houston.
Randy had Houston. So Houston and Florida were in the Final Four.
Right.
So I was out. So I was already having to pay somebody a cigar. So of course you all know how it ended. It now Florida won. I paid up. Randy, who's not here, has yet to pay up his end of the bargain. But I paid up that night at the cigar bar. We sat there and watched that game. But that was a heck of a game.
It was.
Yeah, I didn't, because Houston's coach is an African American male. I pulled for him, and then we have a lot of family in Houston. My dad's brother Henry migrated from Memphis to Houston years ago, so we've got a ton of family in Houston. So that kind of let me, want to be a Houston fan at that time. But they didn't win.
No. And deep down inside, for same reasons that Frank was pulling for Houston, I was as well. But I don't know why I picked Florida. I don't know, but it was just something about the way that they were playing throughout the tournament. But if I had lost, I wouldn't have been mad, because I would have loved to have seen Kelvin Sampson finally get a ring. But aside from that, Randy, I'm waiting.
Yeah, Randy, you got to pay up. You got to pay up.
And not that he's been skating, but I just haven't seen him.
You haven't seen him. I was with him this past weekend. But back to that game. There were two plays. Well, at the beginning of the game, Houston couldn't hit a bucket. They were just throwing up bricks in the first half of the game. And Florida just kept the game close. So the two plays that I remember the most at the end of the game were when the guard, who doesn't normally dribble to create a shot, he's normally on the corner, the ends, getting handed the ball to take the shot. He dribbled the ball out of bounds. Maybe it popped off his knee.
Oh, right, yeah, popped off his knee, yeah.
And went out of bounds.
Yeah.
So you get to the last play of the game, and Houston's guard, what's his name?
Jesus.
Forget the kid's name. He gave the ball up.
He gave the ball, and he shouldn't have. And
he should have given the ball. He should have held on to the ball. Right. He gave it up and gave it back to this guard. Now he gets the ball, and in my opinion, he should have taken the 3-point shot, and he probably would have gotten fouled, and the foul would have gotten called. And all he had to do was hit 2 free throws.
Yeah. Or at the very least, you put the ball up, you have your guys underneath the basket to get an offensive rebound and a putback possibly. But the other guard, who was their main point guard, he should have. I was saying that towards the end of the game, he kept stopping his dribble at the top of the key and giving the ball up. Dude, maintain your dribble and create and get a shot off. But didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
He threw that ball up. He went up with the fake and dropped it, and thinking
his guys were going to come and get the ball.
It wasn't enough time.
It wasn't enough time. If I was him, I would have just taken the ball and just tried to shoot it. I would have forced the referees to make the call. I would have
forced the referee to make the call, which at that point in the game, they would have called a foul. He would have run into you.
Well, no, I would have forced the referee to make the call for the double dribble.
Oh.
Yeah. Because
if he would have picked the bad ball back up.
Pick the ball back up and make you call a double dribble.
But I was thinking, take the shot.
Initially, before he dropped,
take the shot, you're going to get fouled.
Right.
He wasn't going to block your shot. Even if he had blocked your shot,
you
always was going to run into you.
Right.
And that would have been a 3-point foul.
Right. If they don't call the foul on the shot, at least you get the call for the foul and you go to the line.
Right, go to the line and take
At the
those
very
3
least.
points. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Yep.
they lost, and unfortunately, I paid up. So,
I mean, unfortunately, I mean, you just held up your end to the end of the bargain.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
unfortunately.
my dog in the race was gone. My dog
I'm
lost.
getting back. What do you mean? Unfortunately, you paid up. You paid up. You're supposed to pay up, chump. What you
My
talking about?
dog lost on Saturday.
This guy.
My dog lost on Saturday, so I was just there for the taking. Like I got to pay somebody, but hey,
Might as well
Houston
be your
won.
baby brother.
My baby brother. Yeah, pay him up. Yeah, gave him a good stick, and he wound up smoking it up in
Yes, I did.
Milwaukee.
Yes.
Yeah, this past weekend.
Yes.
So we also go back to the NCAA for the women. So yeah, South Carolina lost big time.
But I called that too. I called UConn.
You did call
I called
UConn.
UConn.
You did say UConn will probably win that game because
Yes.
they're a tough squad.
Yeah.
And they won so many championships, and 12?
12.
Yeah, they won 12. So, yeah, UConn's a solid team. So maybe, we'll see what happens next year. But Dawn did say post game that she needs to get some real dogs on her team.
Yeah.
She needs some help.
Yeah. And she'll get it.
Yeah, she's got the money to get it. They got the NIL.
Yeah.
She'll get some good players.
She always gets the McDonald's All-Americans.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Dawn will be back.
Yeah, she will be back.
And you figure UConn is losing Paige Becker, but they still got Aziz. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that freshman.
Oh my
Yeah,
God. She's so nice.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah, she's really
But
good.
Juju will be back next year at SC, so
Juju will be back next year.
Yeah.
God willing with her
her knee.
MCL, ACL, whatever else she tore. Yeah, she'll be back. And she probably won't get back until October.
I'm saying probably Christmas.
You think in November?
Yeah.
Because it takes a long 6 months to recover.
Yeah.
And then you got to get back into the gym.
Right.
To get your knees and your weight back up under you. So it's gonna be some time. But I mean the season just be getting started.
Right.
So she got a long ways to go to get back into the game.
She'll still be Juju.
Yeah, she will be. And she's she'll be a junior.
Junior.
Be a junior next year. Yeah. So that's sports as far as the college game. College is over with now. NBA. So now, think about sports just a slight bit on NBA. The Bulls are in the play-in tournament. They play Atlanta.
Cleveland.
They play the play-in.
The play-in.
Play-in. No, that's that 4.
Oh.
No.
The play-in, is it Atlanta?
So yes, we were saying the Bulls, they have to take on the Miami Heat, which I think they can beat Miami. With Giddey coming back.
Yeah.
Giddey will be back, and then you got Atlanta playing Orlando.
Yeah.
And then the winner out of those brackets, then they'll go into Cleveland. I mean, they'll have to play Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I hope the Bulls can beat the Miami Heat.
Yeah, beat Miami, and if they can take Cleveland to 5 or 6 games, I think that would be a success for them.
Yeah, I mean, Cleveland's taking the 6 games.
If you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you probably can.
Yeah,
at least win one. But at least
Right.
I want them to win the play-in tournament. I want them to win that and then get to the next round.
Yeah.
And that'll just help their momentum going in their off season and who they pick up. If they lose, I mean, they're not going to beat Cleveland. That's for sure. I don't see the Bulls can't. They don't have enough.
No, they don't have
to beat
enough.
Cleveland, if they don't sweep on the Bulls, may only win one game.
Yeah.
Depending. So looking forward to that. Do they start tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right. Today is Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so NBA will be kicking off the playoff series. So I don't know. I have for the East, it's Cleveland or Boston.
I'm gonna go Boston.
Yeah,
I
mean,
and I've never pulled for Boston. Jeez, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm gonna go Boston.
Yeah, I wouldn't pull against Boston.
No.
Really, Boston has the whip. They can do it again this year. To come out of the East. Now, coming out of the West, everyone keeps saying, it's going to be Oklahoma, OKC.
Nope.
And Denver's not showing me enough right now. I don't see the Lakers doing it.
Okay.
I don't see the Lakers having enough stamina to get through. Will it be Minnesota?
I don't trust Anthony Edwards. I like him. I
You
like
think
him a lot.
You think it's the Grizzlies?
No, man. This is why the Grizzlies know they have a new coach. And same thing with Denver. You just had a coaching change with the last 3 games in
Why
the
would they
season.
do that?
Frank, your guess as good as mine.
I mean, they get rid of their coach, and at the end of the play, before the even playoffs start.
Yeah. Well, some said because he had Joker didn't like some things about him, and he thinks that he had lost, the team, his voice. A lot of times you lose the locker room. You coach in one place for so long, your message doesn't get across to people anymore.
But they won a championship with him.
Yeah, but one thing about Michael Malone, he grew up. He's a coach's son, Brendan Malone's son. So, he's a New Yorker, and he's just, unapologetic. He speaks his mind, and he doesn't care about calling guys out in a locker room or to the media. And I think some of the players didn't like that. Well,
they don't like his style.
Get your shit together. Play right.
Yeah.
And that's just how he is. And people don't like it. Players didn't like it, obviously. It probably got old. The first few years, okay, they roll with that. But then after a while,
then you win the championship with them.
Yeah.
So you love them.
You love it. Right. Then after that,
things change.
You start tuning guys out.
Is it his attitude or their attitude? You think the player's like, hey, I got mine. I'm good.
That, and a lot of guys are too damn soft. They don't want to hear the truth.
Yeah.
Well, why who you talking to me like this? Look, dude, I'm the coach.
Right, I'm the coach. You can get in and get out.
Right. And, I get it. In sports, the coach is always going to be the first one fired because we can't fire an 11-man roster or a 62-man roster. We can fire this one guy.
Yeah.
So I get it. But I don't like the fact that some people, they feel differently, but coaches should tread lightly. No, man, if I'm the coach, you hire me to do a job.
Let me coach.
And let me coach the way I coach. And let me run my locker room the way I run my locker room.
Yeah. So, with that being said, who's your West? So go ahead. You pick your West. No, I haven't said.
Coming out of the West, I'm going to go with the Clippers.
Wow. I looked at that schedule and I said the Clippers myself after they beat Golden State yesterday with a healthy Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
And Harden.
And Norman Powell is shooting lights out.
Yeah, and they got the big center.
Yeah, Zoop, man.
Yeah, Clippers, they're going to make some noise. The Clippers are going to make some noise this year. Even Houston. Dude,
Houston, they're young, man.
They're young, but they're in second place right now.
They are.
They killing the West. They're not like in 8th or 9th. They're second.
Yeah. Young guard play. I like Houston. I love Ime Udoka. I hope, I would love to see him, at least get to the Western Conference Championship with that young team. But, look at what he did with Boston. They were young, and he took them to the championship. They didn't win, but, then he had his his issues. But just like I can see him doing with Houston what he did with Boston. So, but no, I'm going to go with the Clippers. But the main thing with the Clippers is like every year, can Kawhi stay healthy?
Kawhi stay healthy. He's coming off. He's healthy now. He's healthy now.
Now,
the playoffs are about to start. He looked good yesterday. I think Kawhi's solid. I like the fact that you picked the Clippers to take it. Now I'm gonna go with the favorite, which is Oklahoma. I'm gonna see what they can do.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what they can do.
Yeah, I like this squad.
Yeah,
I love their role players.
SGA
and Holmgren.
They got players.
Hartenstein.
Yeah,
man,
they had a whip right now, and they playing like it.
Yeah,
and we'll see what they do in the playoffs.
And I like the fact that they can go in and beat teams, and Chet Holmgren and SGA is on the bench.
Yeah,
they still beat teams.
Yeah,
man, they're just solid, man.
Yeah, so we'll see. So I'm going with OKC. You're gonna take the Clippers. Okay.
Yeah.
And for the East,
I got Boston.
And I got Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah, I got Cleveland. Yeah, I don't think Milwaukee can do it this year. New York's not even in it. Philly's not in it.
Well, Milwaukee, they're definitely out because you don't even have what's my man? The guard, Dame. Dame is out.
Dame is out. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
That's hard. That hurts you.
Yeah, he's got the same issue that Wemby has with the blood clots. So
Yeah.
you never know how that's going to play. I don't see him coming back this year.
Yeah. So I think it'll be Cleveland, OKC.
All right, I'm going Boston, LA, and not the Lakers.
And not the Lakers, yeah.
Not the Lakers.
Yeah. And I think that this could be Cleveland's year to win it. Again, they did it with LeBron.
Yeah.
Well, this could be their year to win it again. So yeah, we're coming up on the time right now. We're at the clock of 15.
What?
But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna go ahead.
The Bears.
So the draft is coming up. So
Was it 24th of April?
Yeah, 24th of April. So we'll be having a conversation definitely about the draft coming up in.
I just like the fact that yesterday they gave an extension to Kyler Gordon.
Kyler Gordon, they did.
Huge.
They gave Kyler
Huge.
Gordon his money. Yeah,
Huge.
they gave him a 4-year extension.
4-year extension, man.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad they did that.
That dude's a ball player. He's just a football player.
Yeah, they brought him back, and so they're keeping him on the squad, basically, not brought him back.
Yeah.
So I'm glad the Bears did that as well.
Yeah.
That made a huge difference in their game. So.
Yeah. And we'll go baseball real quick.
See, this dude,
What?
he constantly wants to bring in the Cubs. The Cubs just beat the Dodgers. And I don't like the Cubs, and I don't like the fact that they beat my Dodgers. And my Dodgers are my grandma Rachel's Dodgers. So I don't want to hear that. So
I wasn't even gonna start with the Cubs, dude.
who you gonna start with?
I was gonna say that the White Sox had a good weekend. They took 2 out of 3 from the rest. I'm not.
He ain't
telling
no Sox
you.
fan.
I'm not a Sox fan.
I will come in and say the Sox did great, but I ain't gonna.
I was gonna start with that because the Sox have been in the tailspin, right?
Why
So
do you have to say that? You don't have to say the Sox had their
Have they not?
year.
Have they not?
That was this year they ain't been that great either, but it's early. But the Sox did win. They had a good series
Against a very good team.
Yeah, and
Against a formidable opponent. They could have swept them.
yeah,
They could have swept them, but they took 2 out of 3.
and go ahead with the Cubs.
Garrett Crochet kicked their teeth in yesterday. Threw 7 in the third, scores hitless innings. He said, "You bums gonna trade me? All right,
Yeah,
watch this."
Got them back.
Garrett said, "Hey, hold my beer.
Yeah,
Hold my beer.
got them. Yeah,
Mow them suckers down." But no, hopefully that's a sign of things to come for the White Sox. I'm a Chicago fan. I don't like the White Sox, but when they win, I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with the Cubs winning. I mean, they beat the Dodgers yesterday. I didn't think they were going to do it, but
They took 2 out of 3.
Yeah, they beat the Dodgers, so that's good sign for them. So it's for the Chicago diehards, Cubs, Sox fans. It's early. It's early, and we got a long way to go. And I don't start thinking about the what ifs until August, September. See what we look like then. And,
Well, you don't want to wait too late for the White Sox. They'll be out of it by end of April.
So let me tell you all something. This is going to become Speakeasy with Frank. Kari has been fired. That's what that'll become.
Yeah.
The Sox. Yeah, I don't put much favor in the Sox, but hey,
it's baseball. It's a 162 game season. You never know what can happen.
Never know what can happen.
Injuries, guys get signed, things like that.
A lot of things can
Cubs just lost their number 1 frontline starter, Justin Steele. He's out for the season.
Yeah, see, that happens. This happens with all teams. You're gonna lose somebody, and you pick up somebody, and we'll see what the baseball season will look like. Like I said, around August, and we're like, okay, we're in, we're out. So I think we've done enough today, and this is Sports Talk today. Next time we come back on, we may have a new guest. We may have a guest to come in. We got a couple of people on deck that are interested in speaking about things that they do from an entrepreneurial standpoint. So we'll see what happens in a couple of weeks. Next week and the weeks following, people start to bring it to the studio. But for today, it's a wrap.
We're signing off.
Signing off. Until next time.
Holla.
Holla.